Hello, hello, hello. I am so happy to see you again. Thank you for coming. I'm here with your Tarotscopes for the month of July. You should apply these to your sun, moon, and rising, or any other placement in your chart that you are paying close attention to right about now. If you have not already, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel. Make sure that your notifications are turned on so that you get these every month or every other week or whenever I put out other things, but especially for these monthly Tarotscopes. Like this video, comment on it. If you got something to say, share it far and wide with anyone you think may be of benefit. I have been on more than a little bit of a break lately. You know how I ask you every time I see you how you're feeling. How is your head? How is your heart? And how is your body? How are these things? Well, I've been on a little bit of a break, more than a little bit of a break, a lot of a break, because I realize what is all of that for if I'm also not making the time to ask myself those questions and in turn make the time and space to try to give to myself whatever it is that I need in response to those questions, or make the effort to find it if I don't already possess it. So that's what I've been doing. I've been making a lot of time for rest and quiet, regeneration, making time and space for the grief that I've been experiencing in my personal life, and just letting that unfold out of my body so that it doesn't store in my body. Now, what's really important: how are you feeling? How is your mind? How is your heart, your beautiful, perfect heart? How is your body feeling? I hope that you are well. I hope that you are held. And I hope that if you are not those things, that together, one way or another, we can find a way to get you to that place. Hello, 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 hello. I am here with the July Tarotscope for the sign of Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. And like I said, you can and should feel encouraged to apply this to any placement in your chart you are feeling most attentive to at this time. Again, this is for Taurus for the month of July. All right, lovely Taurus, we have for your Tarotscope for the month of July, we have a 5 of Swords, a King of Swords reversed, and an 8 of Cups reversed. At once, I'm looking at a couple of things for July. And as we've kind of talked about at other times and in other signs already, there is an energetic tide pool of sorts that really will be with specific messages. This one, and what I mean by that, this one in particular tells me that it sort of flows in and out of the month of July. To be more specific, I feel that for those of you that this will apply, that this message really already began brewing. What I mean by the tide pool, tide pull, really, this really began in June. and I can see that it will reach into August, at least midway. That said, for those under the sign of Taurus, sun, moon, rising, or any other placement you're paying close attention to at this time, we have a Five of Swords again, a King of Swords reversed, and an Eight of Cups reversed. Just realized I already did that, Michael, sorry. All right, so that said, I'm looking at a message that really talks about disappointment, pain, confusion. Here for this, swords are really, of course, showing me a literal feeling of sharpness, which is not always the case. That said, it feels that this pain, disappointment, and also I'm looking at an important aspect, for what it's worth, of confusion, feels quite poignant, aka sharp, alive. Alive, they're telling me as we're talking. Alive in the sense that this is a living mechanism of happenstance, in that, to be even more clear what I mean by that, this looks recent. The development of such is recent anyway. This pain and confusion, pain, disappointment, and confusion is really, I think, stemming from, some pretty significant miscommunication, as is represented by our King of Swords reversed. Don't come for me in terms of, well, that's not what the King of Swords reversed means. We could do a whole other video in terms of what the cards will show up to tell you for each different reading if you listen. At any rate, we are looking at, around the communication factor, we are looking at this pain, confusion, disappointment stemming directly from miscommunication and a complete lack of communication. It's almost like there's a stop to the ability to really have resolution or closure within a particular situation. The fact that it shows up as a king, right? We have this Five of Swords talking about the dip down in the cycle of our number system here. And the fact that we have this king tells me that this is not an insignificant happening. It's not an insignificant relationship that we're looking at. Further, and kind of a pain in the ass to have to report, but that it feels that it feels very challenging to move out and away from this situation, to move on from this pain, to really find resolution. That there's either an inability to do that or an unwillingness on the part of one of the persons involved in the situation. There's an unwillingness to really kind of let it go and do what could be done to effectively communicate, to make peace. It feels very succinctly with this Eight of Cups reversed that not everyone wants peace. To coin a popular phrase right now, someone here is choosing violence, even if it's institutional, right? Even if it's, you get what I'm saying. That said, as soon as I pulled these cards, I really, to the positive end, and not because I'm trying to put the Pollyanna spin on the whole thing, but I heard what I heard, which was, your charge, your job, the best medicine for this period of time, this period that already began in June and will continue into August, is really to accept what feels unacceptable. And that's for you. That's for you, not the people that are choosing violence, not the people that are unwilling to cooperate or to just do what's easy, do what's right. They're being very clear on this gentle, loving acceptance on your end, not for anyone or any institution that, again, is choosing violence, but for your own heart and soul and your own peace of mind. I'm listening in as we speak. Okay, the message is, and even if this hasn't really gone down for you yet, I just want to stress that it has been in the works since June at some point, energetically speaking. But even if you haven't really seen this unfold yet, you can really anticipate the sharpness of disappointment and confusion. You can really anticipate that, and you can anticipate, and this is where the acceptance piece comes in, you can anticipate that at some point there will be resolution. I don't see this happening anytime in the next 6 months or so. Even if it's not a personal relationship, even if it's not, even if it's a resolution with a bank, I'm pretending, or a job or another institution, this will still apply, and to just sort of like do what you can do to patch and seal and balm yourself with gentle, loving kindness. Okay, because the statement is you've done all you can do at this time. You've done all you can do on your end to bring healing to the situation, and that perhaps sometime in the next 6 months, another kind of realization, another kind of plateau will come about within the situation, but not any time before the next 6 months, right? We can see the significance of 6 months, they're telling me, is that this will be bubbling in development for the next 6 months. And yeah, for your own body, your own precious, beautiful body. Accept and care and balm and love and heal yourself as best you can. Now here's another part of this. We can see that if you have not, if there's any part of you, sweet Taurus, if there's any part of you that has not shown up in full readiness or willingness to engage in healthy dialogue within conflict, and if it's with an institution of any kind, apply it that way. If there's any part of you that has not shown up to do the quote unquote right thing by the situation, by the person, you have to know that if there's any vestige of you that is holding back on that, you will not experience peace. You will not be able to sort of move out or through this stuckness of sharp confusion and disappointment until you figure out how to become willing to effectively have some difficult conversations. Either way, acceptance and balm-like healing is the key for this. Accepting, let's throw it back the other way, towards the other end. Accepting that if you have not shown up and done your part here to effectively communicate and do your part of the healing, right? That is healing and balm-like to have these difficult conversations. Healing and salve-like balming for the body, mind, spirit isn't always what feels easy and comfortable, right? No matter how you slice it, right? So we're looking at it two ways, Taurus. We're looking at it two ways. If you've done everything you can do, there is nothing but rest for you moving forward, really and truly. And this next 6 months is a developmental bubble for the situation. If you've not done all you can do, you know how you can really facilitate comprehensive healing within the next 6 months of this developmental bubble? Become willing to have some conversations that feel difficult. Become willing to have some interactions that might feel difficult, and know that difficulty, that uncomfortableness is part of the healing. Again, we have a Five of Swords, a King of Swords reversed, and an Eight of Cups reversed. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any other placement you are paying close attention to. I hope that this message serves you to the highest capacity that you need it for. Again, you can apply this message to your Sun, Moon, Rising, or any other position in your chart that you are paying close attention to. And last but not least, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do. Turn on your notifications so that you get these monthly Tarotscopes and any other video that I might put out, making magic or discussing cool things with you. Like this video, comment on it, and share it far and wide wherever you think it may be of benefit. Merry meet, merry part, merry, may we meet again.